Welcome back to another episode of my watch therapy. Well, we've got ourselves another speed timer. Let's take a moment to connect with this lovely timepiece. Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot to love here. There's a couple versions of this. There's kind of the more, I don't know if it's more popular, but it seems like it's kind of an orange and blue, or like a gold dial. I like this one. I think the gold one is probably my favorite, but nonetheless, it's still a speed timer. I think it has great looks. It kind of like right before filming, I was starting to think it looks like the watch I was wearing, which is this old 90s Seiko vintage kinetic diver, which I love, mostly for the bracelet. It's got that Jubilee bracelet, and it's so silky. I mean, look at it. It just slides through your fingers. But I think there's some similarity there. But we're here to talk about this one, which is for sale at Tick Tock shop. It kindly lent this into the channel, and I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. It is solar. It is a V192 movement. It's probably one of their more common solar movements that they use. But you see it as a tachymeter scale. And I don't know. I don't like to assume because you're watching watch reviews, you know what that means. So I'll just explain it the best that I can. So this does have a 60-second timer. And if I clear this out and get it started, that's the tachymeter scale. So you can measure, for example, the distance or the speed over a distance of 1 mile of like a vehicle. Let's say you started that 1 mile like I did just then. You can see this moving along. And you see these here, 160, 180, 200. Well, as it starts getting here, let's say you hit 1 mile marker now. It's pointing to 130. That means if a car can go 1 mile in this amount of time, it is going 130 miles an hour. So it's a way to measure ground speed. And I think that's pretty cool. I think it probably had more applications and more relevance in the past. But they are Seiko and they keep things alive. It's part of the Prospex line. You can see the symbol there. I think it's just like a great case. It's kind of got that classic shape to it, but with this ring around the top, which is 41.4 millimeters. But I think a lot of people say it, and I agree. And I used to think only about that diameter, but I think it's also about the lug to lug, right from here to here, which is basically 46 millimeters, 45.9. Don't hate me. 45.9 exactly. And yeah, I think it looks the part. I think it looks great, feels great. Solar. I mean, look at that. That is just classy. That is super classy. And I don't know why they call it Seiko magic. It's not magic. They just do have some kind of formula where all their watches, big or small, mostly with the big ones, are very comfortable on wrist. And I will tell you, this is a heavy watch. It's a heavy watch. So, you know, you could wear it down to probably a 6.25 inch wrist. My wrist is just about 7 inches. Although when I measure it, it seems like it's different every time. But there's a little weight to it. There is some weight to it. It's all stainless steel. It's solid, no question about it. But it is comfortable. It does have that magic, that formula they use. It's got a nice bracelet. I like how this is polished right here. Kind of just randomly, those two. But I think the case, usually it's kind of got a more conical or like a rounded case shape. And for whatever the reason, this one isn't as super rounded, but it does, I think, contribute to that comfort. So this is the speed timer. And lastly, it is lavished with LumiBright. Got it on the hands, all the indices, shows up well. Great watch. And anyways, you're a great viewer. I appreciate you spending a little of your most precious time watching my channel. Apologize, I get that wrong. Your most precious commodity, which is time, by watching my channel. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.